Hello friends, my name is Alpit and in today's class we will be talking about what is trie and what are the use cases of it. So trie is a tree-like data structure which is also called as prefix tree. It is basically used to store and access data efficiently. Let's understand this with an example. Suppose if you have a book which has thousands and thousands of words, and if you need to find the count of a word from the book, how do you do it? So the first solution comes to your mind is use a hash map. In hash map, you can store the word as a key and the value will be the number of occurrences of that word in the book. So let's understand what is the time and the space complexity here. So in case of hash map, the time complexity for put, get and remove seems to be O1. But if you take a more closer look, to calculate the hash of a string, you need to iterate over the letters of the string. And that requires O of k time complexity, where k is the length of the string. Let's talk about the space complexity. If you have 100,000 of unique words in the book, then you need to have 100,000 words as the key in the hash map, and the value will be the number of occurrences of those words. So this looks pretty cool. Let's try to understand why do we need trie here and what are the benefits of it. So for the same use case, if you need to use trie to perform those add, get and remove operation, how do you do it? Let's take some set of words to understand this. So if you have words like no, not, note, notary, notice, and then you have notepad, and then some other words like ape, apple, orange, like this. So in case of trie, first of all you create a dummy root node. Now let's see how we can insert those words into the trie. So if you start with the first word, which is no, you go to the root of the trie and then you ask, do you have any children with letter N? It says no. You create a node with the letter N. Then you come to N and for the next character, you ask, do you have any child with letter O? It says no. So you create another node with letter O. Now, as the word has been finished, you need to have some label so to identify that NO is a word. So every node here has an attribute which is called count. So once NO is the word, you increment that count, so it will be 1. The default value would be 0. So now you know from the root node, if you start and if you go, when you reach NO, it's a word. Now let's go to the next word. So you again start with the root node. You ask, do you have any child with the letter N? It says yes. So you simply reuse that node. Then you ask, do you have any child with the letter O? It says yes. Then you again reuse that node. Then you ask, do you have any child with the letter T? It says no. So you create another node with letter T. Because NOT is a word, you increment the count for that node. So it will be 1. Then you go to the next word, which is NOTE. You again start with the root node. You ask, do you have any child with letter N? It says yes. O is there. T is there. You don't need to create nodes. Once you reach to T, because there is no child of T which has letter E, you create a new node with letter E and increment the count because that word has been finished. NOT is a word. So if you see here, we are trying to reuse the nodes which is already created. So in case of words, for all the words which has common prefixes, we are using the nodes for their prefix characters. Similarly, if you go to the next word, notary, NOTE is already there. You create a R, Y and you increment the counter here at Y. For notice, you already have NOT, notes. From T, you will create another child for I, and then C, and then E, and increment the count. So incrementing count is a label to identify that it's a word. Then you come to the next word, which is notepad. So you already have note. Here you will create another set of childs, which is notepad. Then there is a ape. So every time you start with the root node, you ask the root node, do you have any child A? It says no, it has only child N. So you create a child with letter A, and similarly you create P and E and increment the count at E. For apple, you will reuse the nodes with A, P, and then you will create another set of nodes, which is apple. For orange, again you start with the root node. There is no O as child, so you will create O, R, A, N, G, E. So if you see here, lot of the words has common prefix, and you simply reuse those common character nodes in the try. So if we try to understand the complexity of inserting a word into the try, is basically iterating every characters of that string, which is again OK, where K is the length of the string. Let's try to compare this with hash map. So in the hash map, if you need to store all these elements, if you see in the hash map, you would be having separate key for no, not, note, notary, notice, everything. So there, if you see, you are not reusing the characters for the common prefixes. So this seems definitely a better utilization of space in case of try. If you take some more set of examples here, for example, if you again need to add word not, then you again start with the root node, asking, do you have any child N? It says yes. O, yes. T, yes. So every time what you do, when your word is finished while insertion, you increment the count. So this time it will be 2. It means you have 2 occurrences of word not. So we talked about insertion of words into the try, which is of OK. Let's talk about search. So if you need to find any word in the try, it's again of OK complexity, because if I need to find the word notary, I'll simply start from the root node. I will ask, like, do you have any child with letter N? It says yes. And then I'll come to N and ask, like, do you have any child with the letter O? Yes. T, E, R, Y. Once you have completed that word and you found every character in the try, you see the count attribute has to be greater than 0, saying like, that was a word, so that you can search. So that's also similar to what you saw in the complexity in the hash map. And if at any point of time, if you find that a specific character is not present in the try while traversing the path, you can exit saying like, that word is not present in the try. Similarly so again, here get is again OK. For deletion, what if you need to delete a word from the try? That requires an additional attribute at a node, which is every child also needs to point to its parent node. So suppose that if you ask me, delete the word APE from the try. So first of all, you find that word APE. Once you reach to E, you ask, does it has any children? It says no. It means we can delete the letter E. If it has another children, then you cannot delete it, because that node is also used by some other word. So here, how do you delete it? You go to its parent node, which is P, and then you simply cut this cord. And once you reach it here at P, you ask, do I have any children? As E is already deleted, it will say yes, there is another children P. It means this node, which is letter P, is also getting used for the word apple, so we cannot delete it. So this is how you can free up space if you want to remove any word from the try. So that is also of time complexity okay. So we saw the time complexity for insertion, get and deletion is almost similar in case of hash map and try. But if you think of the space complexity is much more efficient if you are dealing with large number of words, considering most of the words has some common prefixes, because in case of common prefixes you reuse those nodes and letters and design your data structure. So let's understand what are the use cases of try. The first use case is, as I said, it is a kind of a prefix tree. So if I ask you, can you give me all the words which starts with a common prefix, that is pretty helpful in determining in case of try. So for example, if I ask you, can you give me all the words which starts with not, then what you do, you start with the root node, you go to NOT, and once you reach at T, you basically do the tree traversal starting from T, going to all the paths, and as soon as you find any node with the count greater than 0, that will be considered as word. For example, here if you see the node T itself, it has count which is greater than 0, which is 2. So not is a word which has a prefix not. Then you go to E, which has a count greater than 0. So note is a word with the prefix not. Likewise, we have notary. Then once you go to that route, it will be notepad. And then once you go to this route, is basically notice. So that is very helpful in the feature like autocomplete, where you can find all the words with the common prefix. The other very important use case of try is if you are designing a cache, in-memory cache, try will be very helpful in efficiently storing your data in the cache. And if you can have more data in the cache with better memory optimization, you would have more cache hit rather than cache miss. If you try to use hash map in such use cases in memory, for a given amount of memory, you won't be able to store that much amount of data. That will result in more cache miss rather than cache hit. But in case of try, you can have better cache design. Let's try to understand the node structure in case of try. So if you look of any of the node which is a try node, it has a property count so that we know the number of occurrences of that word. So we can call it as a int count. The other thing is, if you are working with letters in this example, you don't need to have an explicit data structure to store the characters. You can use the child pointers to determine that whether that particular letter exists or not. So here in this case, you can create a try node array with name maybe children, and in the constructor you will initialize the children with the new try node array of 26 length. If you have words with even both lower and upper cases, you can take 52 size array. If every character is allowed, then even you can take array of size 256. So just to understand a little bit more, so what happens every node would have maximum of 26 child, considering all our lowercase English letters. So for the root node, if you see, it has an attribute which is count, and it has a array of try node of the size 26. So this will be like this. So in case of letters, you don't need to have any character kind of attribute to the structure. Here, if you see in the array, in the root node, if there is a child n, you will create the object for that index that will determine whether that letter exists or not. Similarly, so for A and O, you would have a not null object. For the index, if you have null object, it means it doesn't have that children. So that's a kind of a better optimization of how you define your structure of the try node. In case of deletion, you would require another attribute where every child needs to have a pointer to its parent node. So if you need to have a use case of deletion, you would require another attribute try node, which is parent, so that you can go to its parent node and delete a word. So in today's classroom, we talked about what is try, what are the use cases of it, where you can use it, and how do we define the structure of try node. Thank you.